ما تأمرني إن أدركت ذلك. What do you command me if I'm present during that time? If I'm alive when these people will come and they will invite us to Jahannam. قال تلزم جماعة المسلمين وإمامهم. He said, you stick to the Muslim Jama'ah and their Imam. Time out. Time out. Some may say, the Jama'ah of Muslims. Well, the majority of Muslims today are not upon the Sunnah. We say, you have to go back to the statements of Ibn Mas'ud and the Tabi'een, who had said in the most explicit terms, the Jama'ah is whatever is in agreement with the truth, even if you are by yourself. Even if you are by yourself. And at some point in time, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahimahullah was the Jama'ah. He was the Jama'ah. Not that there weren't others who believed as he believed, but at that time of fitna, he was the Jama'ah of the Muslims, and the Jama'ah was brought back through the Jama'ah of a single man. And the same thing happened during the time of Ibn Taymiyyah, who from him we have Al-Zahabi and Ibn Kathir and Ibn Qayyim and others. The idea is, don't think Jama'ah is the masses, because the masses or numbers are worthless in Islam. 1.25 billion, if we, as the ulama say, if we were to spit, if all of us came together and spat on Israel, it would be wiped out. It would be wiped out a long time ago. But we can't even come together in the same masjid. Why? Because he believes Allah is above his throne, and he believes Allah is everywhere, and he believes Allah doesn't have names and attributes, and he believes Allah has names and attributes, he believes Allah has names but not attributes, he believes Allah has attributes but not names. What is this? This one calls on the dead, and this one calls on Fulan, and this one calls on Jesus. And then this one doesn't pray, this one has never prayed. How many of these 1.25 billion pray Salah 5 times a day? How many even pray Fajr and Salah in the masjid? How many pray at home? How many don't sleep for Salah every other day? Numbers are worthless. Jama'ah is the truth even if you are on your own. Stick to the Jama'ah of the Muslims and their Imam. Hudayfa radiallahu anhu was a faqih. He was knowledgeable, he was wise, he was intelligent. He said, قُلْ فَإِنَّ يَكُنْ لَهُمْ جَمَاعَ وَلَا إِمَامٍ. If there was no Jama'ah, no Imam, if there was no ruler, as in a Khalifa, and there was no Jama'ah, what do I do? Listen to this now. قال فاعتزل تلك الفرق كلها ولو أن تعض على أصل شجرة حتى يأتيك الموت وأنت على ذلك. متفق عليه. He said, abandon all of these groups, all of these sects that continue to call you to them. Join us, follow us, this is our name, this is our title, all of them. From the Salafis downwards. Salafi, Ahli Hadith, Jama'at Tabligh, Ikhwan al-Muslimin, Battikh, kullu khalli walli. All of them. As Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen said, all of them set aside. Set aside. Upon you is the Imam. The Imam is the messenger of Allah's statement, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Upon you is my sunnah and the sunnah of the rightly guided khulafa. Hold on it and bite on it with your molar teeth. You don't need to be part of a group, akhi, to be upon the sunnah. And if these groups are going to further divide the ummah, then we really don't need them. There's only one group, the way of the Salaf. The way, W-A-Y, of the Salaf. And we said many times, you have no choice to go elsewhere. It is not a supermarket, it's not an aisle where you have 4 or 5 different brands and say, okay, I'll choose the way of the Salaf, you can choose the way of the Khalaf. No, Habibi. There's one item you have to purchase. It's that way. That way doesn't need to have a title, doesn't have to have a brand, and doesn't have to have 3-4 websites, which are the only things you can refer to in this Islamic world. No. We are attached to the righteous predecessors, all the way to the Sahaba until the ulama of today. We're not confined to any particular individual or any particular mashayikh, 2 or 3 of them. No. We will see more towards the end, inshallah. Abandon all of these groups. Be a Salafi, as in one who follows the way of the Salaf. But don't be a Salafi as in one who warns against every Muslim and doesn't give salam to half of the Muslims and turns the deen into warning against people and boycotting people and undermining many different aspects of our deen which Islam came to establish and propagate among the followers of this deen. Because a lot of harm has happened because of these individuals who intend good, whom we love for the sake of Allah, because at the end of the day, they are closer to the Sunnah than many other deviant groups. Nevertheless, they fell into the trap. And the shaitan is not going to leave us alone. So we have to be very delicate when it comes to these matters. Sects and hadith, same thing goes. Same thing goes. We know they are the Jamla Khair. They are the one warning against shirk, calling tawheed, barakallah fikum. But don't become a sect. Don't become a group. And don't fall into this trap of titles and names. Because the Prophet ﷺ said to Hudayfa 1400 years ago, اعتزل تلك الفرقة كلها. Abandon all of them, and then he continued to say, even if you were to bite on the root of a tree, and death comes upon you in this state, then do so. Die on your own, biting on a branch of a tree, but don't become one of these. Very dangerous.